From the moment we wake to the time we lay our heads down to rest, we are surrounded by objects that have become essential to our daily routines. The humble toothbrush, the indispensable light bulb, the sleek smartphone in our pockets. We take their existence for granted, rarely pausing to consider the long and winding paths they took to reach us. But each of these commonplace items has a fascinating backstory, often strange and unexpected, hidden beneath its familiar facade. Join me now as we delve into the intriguing world of everyday things and unearth the bizarre and surprising origins they hold. Have you ever wondered about the strange and unexpected origins of everyday things we use? From the fork on your dining table to the rubber tires on your car, many of these items have stories that are truly bizarre. Stay tuned as we uncover the hidden history behind objects you never thought twice about. Let us begin our exploration with an object so ubiquitous, so essential to modern life, that we rarely give it a second thought: toilet paper. Though seemingly mundane, its history is anything but. Our tale takes us back to 6th century China, where we find the earliest recorded use of this paper product. However, this was no ordinary bathroom tissue. It was a luxury reserved for the imperial family, a testament to their elevated status. For centuries, the common people made do with far less refined alternatives. Leaves, wool, and even seashells served their purpose, however uncomfortable that might seem to our modern sensibilities. Imagine, if you will, the ancient Romans, who, in a display of communal living that might make even the most ardent minimalist balk, utilized sponges soaked in vinegar, shared, yes shared, amongst the populace. It wasn't until the 14th century that toilet paper saw wider production, still a far cry from its ubiquitous presence in our modern world. Fast forward to the 19th century, and we find a surprising reluctance in the American populace to embrace this new hygienic innovation. Catalog pages, it seemed, were the preferred alternative. It took the persuasive power of advertising, touting the luxurious softness of toilet paper, to finally cement its place as a household staple. Transport yourself back in time to a grand medieval banquet. Nobles and dignitaries are gathered, their plates piled high with sumptuous fare. But wait, something is amiss. Where are the forks? To our modern sensibilities it seems unfathomable, but in medieval Europe these now essential utensils were met with suspicion and even outright disdain. The journey of the fork to our tables is a tale of cultural exchange, religious resistance, and ultimately, royal endorsement. Introduced from the Byzantine Empire, forks were initially met with resistance from the religious elite of Europe. These pronged instruments were deemed unnecessary, an affront to God's design, and even associated with the devil himself. It was in the fashionable courts of Italy that the fork found its champion. Catherine de' Medici, a powerful figure of the Italian Renaissance, embraced the use of forks, her influence slowly but surely shifting public opinion. By the 18th century the tide had turned. Forks, once viewed with suspicion, had become an indispensable part of European dining etiquette. Few beverages hold the global recognition of Coca-Cola, its iconic red and white logo a symbol of refreshment and enjoyment. But this ubiquitous drink has a surprising origin story, one that begins not in the bustling aisles of a supermarket, but in the quiet confines of a 19th century pharmacy. Our story takes us back to 1886, where we meet John Stith Pemberton, an Atlanta pharmacist with a penchant for experimentation. Seeking to create a tonic for headaches and fatigue, he concocted a syrup that would become the foundation of the Coca-Cola empire. However, this original recipe contained an ingredient that might raise a few eyebrows today: cocaine. Yes, you heard correctly. Coca-Cola, in its earliest incarnation, contained small amounts of cocaine, reflecting its initial purpose as a medicinal beverage. It wasn't until 1904 that this controversial ingredient was removed from the formula. Despite its unusual beginnings, Coca-Cola's popularity soared. From its humble beginnings as a pharmacy tonic, it transformed into a national sensation, its distinctive flavor capturing the palates of Americans across the country. Today, Coca-Cola stands as a testament to the unpredictable nature of invention, its journey from pharmacy shelves to global dominance a story for the ages. The year is 1945. World War II is drawing to a close and a sense of optimism hangs in the air. Amidst this backdrop of change and innovation, an accidental discovery in a laboratory would forever alter the landscape of our kitchens. the invention of the microwave oven. Our story centers around Percy Spencer, a self-taught engineer working for Raytheon, a company specializing in radar technology. One fateful day, while working on a radar set, Spencer noticed something peculiar. The chocolate bar in his pocket had melted. Intrigued, Spencer delved deeper, his scientific curiosity piqued by this unexpected phenomenon. He experimented with popcorn, the kernels exploding into fluffy white puffs under the influence of these invisible waves. An egg, subjected to the same treatment, met a more dramatic end, exploding spectacularly in the lab. Thus, the microwave oven was born, not through careful planning or meticulous design, but through a serendipitous accident. The first commercial microwave, however, was a far cry from the compact appliances we know today. These early models were massive, expensive behemoths, more suited to industrial kitchens than the average home. Synonymous with femininity and style, high heels hold a curious place in the world of fashion. But their story begins not on the catwalk, but on the battlefields of 10th century Persia, where practicality, not fashion, dictated their design. Persian soldiers, skilled equestrians traversing vast distances, found an unlikely ally in the high heel. These elevated shoes, with their unique ability to provide extra grip in stirrups, became an essential piece of military equipment. Fast forward to 17th century Europe, and we see the high heel make its grand entrance into the world of fashion. However, it wasn't women who embraced this trend, but men. Aristocratic gentlemen, always eager to flaunt their status, adopted high heels as a symbol of power and prestige. King Louis XIV of France, a ruler known for his opulent court and extravagant tastes, was particularly enamored with high heels. His obsession extended to dictating who could wear them, reserving the right to wear red-soled shoes solely for the nobility. It wasn't until the 19th century that high heels began their transition to become a staple of women's fashion. As corsets fell out of favor and hemlines rose, high heels emerged as a symbol of femininity and allure, a trend that continues to this day. And so, we come to the end of our journey, a whirlwind exploration of the unexpected origins of everyday things. From the humble toilet paper to the stylish high heel, each object we've encountered carries with it a rich history, a testament to human ingenuity, accidental discoveries, and the ever-evolving tapestry of our world. The next time you reach for a can of Coke, heat up a meal in the microwave, or slip on a pair of high heels, take a moment to appreciate the fascinating and often bizarre history behind these commonplace items. For in the seemingly mundane, we often find the most extraordinary stories. So the next time you use a fork, microwave your food, or sip a Coke, remember, you're using something with a truly bizarre history. Which of these facts surprised you the most? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more fascinating stories from history.